All right, this is John Krasinski, Pittsburgh Sports Live for Pittsburgh Soccer Now with Bob Lilley, Riverhounds head coach. Bob, 32-game grind. You're coming down to this last quarter of the season. Tough one at Charlotte the other day, and now you're preparing for Charleston. What's the overall team, feel right now? How's everybody feel?
Well, I mean, we're pretty healthy. I mean, we're Dequa's training now, and that's positive. Jalen's almost back. Mikel will miss this game because of baby.
Oh, okay.
It's just
new dad.
Yeah, and he'll be back early next week.
Did he go home?
Yeah, he went to Trinidad,
okay.
so
Wow.
he'll be back at the beginning of the week. Monday he comes back. The energy in the group's good. It was a disappointing loss for sure. We got to put it behind us. Charleston's going to be fighting for their lives because their window's closing on them, and they are a very good team. So it's not going to be easy. Obviously, our schedule's difficult here down the stretch, but we talked about it. Hey, we're looking still to get in those top two spots and, gain momentum going into the playoffs. And I think these types of games are going to have a feel of a playoff game, and that's going to be important for us to be able to handle these games as we go forward.
Yeah. So, is there anything you've seen from Charleston any different? Danny said there was a couple guys. They're getting a couple guys back. And,
they're healthier. I mean, we played them twice in Charleston where they were missing a lot of guys. I mean, look, anyone who watches tape on them, they can play with anyone. I mean, they beat Tampa 3 times last year. Repetto, Daly, Zaracostas, DJ Harmon, Zico Lewis. They got a lot of talented attacking pieces. They generally have always been pretty good defensively. They're well coached. They're going to be a good team, and a challenge for us is we're on our home field. Hopefully, get a better start than we did in Charlotte. We were flat at the beginning of the Charlotte game, but we got to get going early and be ready to play, because you're gonna have a team that's desperate to get a result. And, if we want 3 points, we're gonna have to play well on the night.
Yeah, and you and I talked about a week and a half ago. I think it was. You talked a little bit already about your squad rotation is coming out of the Charlotte game. Is there anything different that that we might expect? Or
no, I mean, listen, there's always little tweaks here and there, but there's not going to be drastic changes. But there are, I know. There's a few players that may not be in the lineup that were in the lineup against Charlotte, but it's little tactical things. I mean, I still think you're using a lot of the same players, and the key guys will have their roles that they need to fill, and we need to play well as a team.
Yeah, and just since I was talking to Danny, I just thought I'd ask you a question about him and his role, as he's grown and he's matured in this less than 2 seasons now. Just your thoughts on his progression.
I mean, he's a competitor. The work rate game in and game out, but we're getting a lot of quality from him as well. I mean, he connects his passes. He reads the game well. When we're winning balls and turning teams over, he's winning a lot of those balls, or he's closing those gaps in the field that allow other players to recover. He's protecting the back line at times. So, I mean, look, he's versatile. Danny Griffin would be a really strong player for us if we played him in a number of positions. But, we primarily used him in the middle of the field, and he's been very good there. And that's key real estate. So, when you're playing that well and penciled in game after game, it says a lot for what he's done as a player his 2 years here.
Well, and the fact that his minutes are just in games played. I mean, when you see a player like that, Thomas Vankiazio before that, or other guys like Ryan James, what do you see that makes you, I want this guy to be on the field every game? Or is it a combination of things?
It's just consistency. Robbie Mertz is that way. You want him on the field. Canardo Forbes. I mean, good players are good players. Yeah. Most coaches want good players on the field. He's quickly elevated into an important part of what we do. and in many games is one of the most valuable players out there, and we have some good talent here, for him to be able to rise that quickly. It's a testament to his work ethic, his attitude. He's a bright kid, and he's a team guy. He'll do whatever it takes for the team, and those players are always valuable.
Any final thoughts just heading into this stretch of, I know you're focused on Charleston, but you know it's going to be difficult, Miami and Tampa, and kind of where things have kind of separated. Looks like the pack has separated a little bit in the division in terms of standings, but just your overall thoughts.
Listen, our job right now is to focus on that top 2 position and win our games and put pressure on Tampa when we play them in a couple of weeks, but we also have a battle with Miami and Charlotte for that second spot. But our job is, first off, to win the game in front of us. Second target is to try and get home field for the playoffs. And the third thing coming with those first 2 is wins, which will also create momentum, and get us building towards the playoffs.
All right, Bob. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, John.
All right.